I'm walking to the train station now. Just got off the bus. It is chilly. It's not cold. It's just really chilly. To the point where I'm like, oh guys, it's gonna suck once it gets colder. Gotta get some better coat weather here. Seriously. Whew. New York, Microsoft had their big launch, I guess, at one of the major stores in New York. I wonder how that went, and I'm looking forward to seeing any videos on YouTube about that event. Yesterday, of course, Microsoft released Windows 8 to the public, to the media, and then shortly after they did Microsoft Surface. Great event. One thing I was kind of shocked about was when one of the guys who was in charge of the Surface department held out a Surface and literally dropped it on the stage, picked it back up, and it worked still. I mean, he dropped it on purpose. It wasn't like, oops, you know. And everybody in the audience was like, oh my God, you don't even think about dropping. I mean, you know, but they were trying to prove a point that the Surface is really strong. Even to the point where you can skateboard on a Surface, which I think is hilarious. But if that thing is that strong, that's you know, and iPad on that, because I really don't know if iPad is that strong or not. If it has that ability to be dropped at from, you know, the shoulder to the ground. But it's nice to know because you know, things happen. You get, you know, let's say you go to Starbucks and you happen to be sitting on one of those wobbly tables. You decide to get up to go get some more coffee. Your knee kind of hits the table and your Surface falls through. Now, everybody at Starbucks will probably look at you crazy because it's like, oh my God, you just dropped your tablet. And you're like, oh, no worries. Pick it right back up and it still works, right? So, good application there. We're going to see if it actually works in the real world, but I have every confidence that it will. Now, keep in mind though, you're dealing with electronics, okay? The electronics need to be treated very carefully. I don't suggest that you get a Surface and you just start dropping it everywhere just to see if it meets up to the challenge. You know, if you got all the money in the world, then yeah, by all means, but it's going to break, okay? I mean, I don't think the Surface is that tough, but I think it's tough enough where it can sustain a lot of damage to hold its own. You know, it's probably, you know, just good enough to where it's like, okay, I drop it once or twice and it's fine. How many times have I dropped my phone? I have a Hawaii Ascend 2 Android, and I have a case on it, one of those rubbery cases, and I dropped it plenty of times. Still works just fine. Now, will it survive the next drop? Who's to know? Because it depends on the way it falls too. If it hits the ground in a certain way, it's going to break. People have broken iPhones before. An iPhone supposedly is supposed to be a very strong phone. So I'm sure that there's a part of the Surface that has its weakest point that will break if you drop it. It's going to happen. Someone's going to break the computer one day. And Microsoft is not going to cover you on that. They're demonstrating that it's a tough computer, and I bet you it is. I bet you it is a tough computer, but will it work if it's thrown at the right angle, hits the ground, just at that right little spot? Bam! All right. I'm at Kramer Station now. Sorry, my allergies are a little bad right now. See, I have to turn off the camera in order to see what time it is. You know, they don't have a parking right here, so people usually park in the street, about a block down. I didn't see any cars, so I don't think there's as many people here today. Okay, peace out.